Hello everybody, it's VerticalSandwich. Welcome back to Let's Play Hand of Fate, the second most random game I've ever played. So, we are fighting, we're chasing after the King of Dust. I think we're on the last level. This is the second part of the Embertown Hero Quest. And we've caught up with the Embertown Village Raiders, and they say that if we stay their hand, they will share the spoils with us, but we can refuse to deal with them. And you tell them to ask their gods for more mercy than you're about to show them, and then we get a monster card drawn. 6 of Dust. One will be instantly killed by the Wrath of Old God's blessing. Not instantly. We have to... Like, we'll have to avoid them long enough for it to happen. There we go. He's dead. Yeah, the mace that starts you on fire is not kind to them. Alright, carefully turn out these pockets. I get 3 gain cards.
I'm sure you're grateful for that.
Oh, man. No food. Afterwards, you return to tell the hero of Embertown of your success. He gestures for you to come closer. In silence, he hands you a jeweled ring, then dies. You put the ring away to identify later and bury the fallen champion. This card's token is now yours. Alright. The King of Dust!
Very few are so foolish as to deliver themselves to the king.
We made this with 1 food left. The king is fierce in battle, but loyal to his troops. He can choose to heal them during combat. The King of Dust broke faith with king and country long ago, and has made himself rich and powerful through the judicious application of cruelty and terror outside of law for decades.
There's a token in it for you if you win.
Okay. Alright. 4 of Dust. And there's the king. He looks like a king. Oh yeah, I have Wrath of the Old Gods. Yeah, that attack of his will hit his own people. There we go! Wow, this is going really well.
There are many who will be pleased that you have defeated the likes of my lesser king. As for me, I think you have but proven that I must defeat you entirely. A set of new trinkets for you. You will need them, and more.
Alright, so now we can do the second part of the Goblin King Hall quest. And the maiden is back to normal now. For helping the people of Lesser Dimsgate, you receive the White Council 2, which is locked in her deck. For feeding the local peasant woman, you receive a draw 3 map card and the Great Helm of Reinforcement, which upgrades your armor automatically from like medium to heavy. For freeing a victim of the Devil's Carnival, you receive 20 gold and the Giant Eagle. For defeating the bandits who looted Embertown, you receive the Ring of Justice. As a reward for defeating my Bandit King, you receive these new cards. Feathered Ice, Life's Limb, Jack of Scales, Hero's Remains, Stranger in the Shadows, and the Old Graveyard.
Come once more to the game. The more you play, the more I wonder.
Alright, so let's, first off, Scales, the lizard men in this game, they're an entirely different level of difficult. So, mana drain, cooldown times for weapons and artifacts are doubled, and last man standing. In every combat, the last enemy alive can no longer be stunned or interrupted.
The suit of Scales are represented by these lizard men. Quiet, patient, lethally subtle, and coldly intelligent. Of all the creatures I have incarnated as suits, these please me the most.
Alright, and as for our encounters, we want this, and this, and this, and this, and this. So that only gives us 5 too many, but we can take some out. Like the river, and the local peasant. And the Devil's Carnival, and the Embertown Hero. Alright, well, everything else can earn us a token or has a decent ability kind of thing. Or is locked in. Devil's Wager we might be able to take out. Mr. Lionel is probably... Mr. Lionel is probably weird enough now, like, or random enough that it's probably not worth our time. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna go with that.
You can now access Endless Mode, if you wish.
So when we come back, the second half of this video, I'll see you guys for that. Bye, everybody. Hello, everybody. Okay, so...
I'm beginning to admire your methods, brutal as they are. I would have done things differently.
So we took a break after our last one, and it's time for the Jack of Scales. Yay. Alright, I don't know, before we do that, we might want to check out some other things. The lizard men are a problem. So we may want to run through one of these older ones, like the Jack of Plague.
Scared of a little mouse? My deck holds far worse.
I'm not
yet.
scared of any mice.
So we have our updated cards for this, but it doesn't matter if we
What
win or
brings
lose.
you to play the game? Ha! I know you will not tell me. Like all the rest, you are silent.
So what do we want from the maiden? A blessing? A blessing or supplies are really our good shots with her, so probably supplies.
I'm sure you are grateful for that.
We really want the supplies in case we run into Charity. Heroes Remains. Okay.
So often, this is how the story ends, is it not? The hero tries, the hero dies. Their memory is celebrated, but they are lost.
So you pass a funeral. It's obvious from the size of the procession that the deceased was a well-loved figure. You are approached by the cleric. This great hero fell defending our beloved town of Wandermere. His sword and shield are powerful artifacts, but must be returned to his hometown for the proper burial rites to be completed. Will you do this, traveler? So yeah, we'll do it. Thank you. This will mean the world to his family. The town would have revolted had these artifacts not been returned. It's not far to the hero's hometown. Look for the town cleric when you get there. So now, we'll get the Viking blade.
Such an elegant use of rage and anger. You wouldn't expect it of the barbarian hordes. Are you sure that's the right approach?
And we'll get a shield called Pain. And hurry, it's not wise to anger the spirits of the dead by delaying their proper rites. And then we'll get a curse. Heavy burden. After 5 steps, player loses 50% max health.
Let us see how you progress with that millstone around your neck. Of course, you can remove your curses at shops if you can find them. Still, I'm keen to see how you handle your disadvantages.
So now he'll put Hero's Return. He put it right ahead of us. He always puts it on the floor we're on, so.
Look deeply.
Okay, you reach Wandermere,
This is
hometown of the dead adventurer. The town clerk meets you at the gate. He appears to have been standing vigil. So you can keep the stuff and deal with the curse, I believe, but we'll return the hero's sword. Thank you. The blade will once again be wielded in righteous fury. Do you also have his shield? And we can return the shield. Truly, you've done the Almighty's work in returning this shield. And we get 2 blessings for that. And the card's token. So any kill using made using an axe grants the player 3 health. And whenever the player is struck by a ranged attack, there is a chance that the attacker will be stunned for 3 seconds.
I will have to rebalance that next time.
You have done blessed work this day. For your services, we will prepare for you a sacred artifact that you may continue your good work through the dark days ahead.
Here, take it.
So there we go. That's that. Alright, we'll climb a ladder.
Did you expect me to tell your fortune? No. A fortune teller is at their most base and despicable when they begin to believe their own lies.
Alright, it's the angry mob. As you approach the small town of Witchburn, an angry mob of peasants marches forth and confronts you.
So quick to anger.
The rat men have eaten all our food. We're starving. We demand food. You can give them half your food, give them nothing, or try to avoid the crowd. Try to avoid it. You turn around and head away from the crowd. Get him! Somebody cries. Run!
A choice. Select
Good.
your desire.
The starving peasants don't have the energy to catch you, and you flee. Traveling mage. I don't need anything right now, so we'll pass it by. Alicia in the Underworld. We can't do Alicia in the Underworld without a special weapon.
Win this.
As you attempt to discover more about the bizarre portal you encountered, one name keeps recurring, a mystic named Alicia. Apparently, her expertise in all aspects of Shadow Realms, interdimensional travel, and beasts of the void is unparalleled. You track Alicia's caravan. She travels under the guise of a fortune teller. Her appearance doesn't match the whispers about her. She is considerably shorter and has much more of a beard. She audibly clears her throat before speaking to you. Welcome, stranger. She recoils in mock blindness. The dark clouds of fate swirl around you in a tempest. For a little gold, I can help you see your future through the storm. Oh, maybe this is not it. Maybe we need to pay gold for this. So we'll try it. So pay 3 gold to be told your fortune. Let's do that. That's not a great chance of success there. And we fail. The mystic exhales and opens her eyes. You detect a hint of disappointment. We have no more gold because of the stupid double fail in this. So we could just leave.
At their heart, all games are about power, are they not?
Alright, Ratman hunting.
The acquiring of power.
4 of Plague.
The retaining.
Let's see if I remember how this works.
And most
I think I remember how this all works.
The use of power.
That could have gone way better. Although my kill with an axe blessing is helping. Alright, we get food. Awesome. 5 food. Not bad. Alright, when we come back, more of this. Bye, everybody.